Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Not done one in a very, very long time. I'm gonna wait for more people to tune in, as I know the notifications go out quite late. But I just watched the City game, and I hope Chelsea come close to that. Abdul come close? No, I hope they come close very soon under Todd Bowley for sure. It's going to be an exciting season. We're waiting for our next manager. We're expecting news. I've tweeted out a few things I want to get off my chest. We've got news on Neymar. I've got a special guest today that will be talking about Neymar, who's known about him for a very, very long time in depth. But yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling about Poch. Do you think it's gonna happen? Do you think it's not gonna happen? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys like the video as always, subscribe and hit the notification. And let me know who you think the special guest is actually. Who do you think the special guest is tonight in the comments down below? Could be Wayne, could be Alfred, could be KJ, could be Carlito, could be Matt, could be Sindre, could be Nippin, could be Ali, could be Father, could be anyone. Comment down below who you think it could be. But yeah, we're expecting Poch to be announced very, very soon. We know he's going to be the next manager. And Neymar talks have come up. We're hearing that Todd Bowley has met with the PSG chairman back in Feb discussing about the player. We know that player wants around 1 million a week, which is absolutely crazy. We don't want that at Chelsea. But I've got a special guest that can talk to us about that in depth. No other than the fraud.
What's going on? Thank you, Sadiq, for having me. Big
You
up,
like you
Wayne.
like that intro, bro. You like that intro, come on.
Love that intro. I love that. It's really appropriate. You got me on for probably one of my favorite non-Chelsea players to ever play the game. So appreciate it.
Big up to you, man. Thanks for coming on this late. Whilst I put my headset on, talk to me about how you're feeling about Poch being the next manager.
I tweeted about this in 2017 when Conte was managing us and things were going downhill, sort of. I genuinely think he is the ideal person. Obviously, people have their opinions regarding him being Spurs, but I feel like considering everything in our current talent and squad, I think Poch is the ideal person for us.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about this project on the Graham Potter. I can kind of see it on the Poch, in my opinion, anyway. Some with more experience. There's a lot of backlash against the manager, but it must be because of the Spurs link. There must be no other reason, surely.
No, 100%. Obviously, people are also focusing on the fact that Chelsea are a super successful club in terms of last 2 decades regarding trophies, whereas Pochettino, I guess, could be one who people associate him with like bottling it at Spurs. However, if you see it in another perspective, Mourinho, world class manager, arguably one of the greatest. Conte, same thing. Wherever he goes, he ends up winning the league or trophies, aside from his European record, of course. And then they struggled big time at Tottenham, right? The fact that Pochettino was the best out of all of those guys should say something. Plus, when people say, "Oh, Pochettino failed at PSG," well, what did Tuchel do at PSG, right?
Well,
So
one could argue Champions League final at least.
yeah, I get that. I totally get that. But then again, one can argue Champions League final for Pochettino, right?
True.
It's all about perspectives. I feel like if I would have agreed with a lot of Chelsea supporters, and even in 2017, it's really weird because if people would have said, "Oh, Pochettino is ideal to replace Conte," when we ended up getting Lampard and all, it would have made sense. I would have agreed with them because of our style of play. However, currently with Modric, with Nani, with all these young talented players, I feel like Pochettino is the one who got the best out of Dele Alli, even Youngmin Son, and of course Harry Kane. Like he got the best out of them. I feel like right now with the current crop, he is really gonna be successful, right? That's what I feel.
Fair play. I mean, look, I think you're the most positive that I've heard for Poch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Um, if he is to come in, well, he should be coming in very soon. Big up everyone in the comments, by the way. Wayne, Patrick, Manhandled, Blades, all you guys like the video as always. Where are we expecting to come in the league next season, realistically?
Mm.
Obviously, we don't know who's leaving, who's coming in, but with a manager like Poch, surely at least top four.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, even top five is not too bad because next season, top five teams go through for the Champions League. Those are the new rules.
Really?
You can double check that right now. I'm 99% sure the new UEFA rules are top five gets you through for the three big leagues or something. That's the new format for the following season, right? So top five would not be too bad, and I think with one game a week, it's doable, right? Obviously, it will be a disaster if, let's say, we cannot get rid of some players just because of other teams and other clubs. They know that Chelsea need to sell, right? So, for instance, Ziyech and Pulisic, where we would demand a decent amount of money, people will lowball us and go like, no, 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 this club is desperate to sell. So in terms of that, that would be tricky. However, I feel like if you get rid of the right players, get the right players in, and take it one step at a time, then top five is a realistic possibility. But just double check for me the top five thing, because yeah, I'm pretty sure top five makes us go through to the Champions League.
I will double check that
Yeah,
when I ask you my next question. Just quickly as well,
yeah.
the new format for the Champions League the following season. I'm not really a big fan of it, if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
I looked at it the other day actually, and
Yeah.
we're actually going to miss the final time of the normal rules because we're not in it next season. So, bit of a shame,
Yeah.
of course, but it was something about we play 8 games against each other, it's like home and away,
Hmm.
or something like that. It's basically like Patrick's saying, it's basically Super League in a way.
Yeah.
UEFA trying to obviously control that. So look, probably we just have to get used to it. Every time we come across something, we get used to it. I'm sure when it was European Cup back in the days, not Champions League, people were annoyed that it changed into Champions League maybe back in those days. Um, but yeah, it's a bit sad that next season we won't be in that for the final one, which is such a shame. But yeah, what do you make of the new format actually for us in terms of the actual proceedings?
Sadiq, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I am open to it just because of the fact that, like, same thing with the whole away goal rule, right? A lot of people were like, "Is this a good idea?" Not. So until you get to experience it, you don't know. In hindsight, maybe you and I both will be like, "Oh, maybe this is a better format," right? Because I feel like it gives more teams an opportunity to like succeed and stuff, so that's good. However, there are going to be more games and stuff, so I do get where you're coming from. So, like, regardless of this, I feel like it sucks how you and I are having a conversation about the Champions League when we're not going to be in it next season. But
No,
it
definitely.
is what it is, right?
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Let's go through this question very quickly. Who do you want to get rid of first in this squad? Let's avoid the easy ones like your Asbys and stuff, but let's pick a serious, realistic target. I want to hear the Mounts, the Havertz, maybe a winger,
Mm.
Kovacic, maybe. Who you feeling to come up first?
Oh man, this is such a tough question. ZH is obviously an easy answer, right? Like, I'd
We don't want
honestly,
easy answers.
I don't know. You know what? Even people in the comments will be like, even Sterling and Cucurella would be someone who we are willing to like part ways with, right? I'm not saying they're gonna leave. They're not gonna leave. Like, it's not like a given like Sterling or Cucurella are gonna leave, but Raheem is in London. He wants to be in London. He's making a lot of money. Why would he want to leave, right? Which other club would offer him? But obviously, he's underperformed. I feel like I can turn this question around and say which players should stay because no one right now at the club deserves to stay besides 5, 6 players, bro.
True, true,
Right?
true, 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 true. But I want to hear a name, like a name that we don't really expect. Like, come on.
For me, as much as it pains me to say this, but Kai Havertz, man,
Really?
yeah, like the thing is, here's the thing. I think even Alex Goldberg was saying this, and I agreed with him 100% the other day that Kai Havertz, when he if he does leave the club, he can perform at Bayern, he can perform anywhere, but his ceiling isn't as high as like other players that are going to succeed to another level. Kai Havertz, he's not a striker. All right, we all know that. We saw the last season or two when he's playing in that position. He play one good game out of 10, right? And I feel like if he's not playing as a striker, his role can be like a number 10, but we have better number 10s. So where does he play? Does he play right? No, he cannot play right. Does he play left? No, we have better left fingers. Number 10 as well. Mason Mount, Felix are better suited for that position. Second striker, I guess you could sort of say that, but we don't play with that. So I feel like if it was up to me, I would get rid of other players before him. But you're asking me if there's one player that I would consider selling, it would be Kai Havertz.
You talk about a second striker, you know, we can see a Deli Ali Harry Kane situation
Yeah.
on the potch. No?
hmm But then again, they're better players for that position, right?
I mean, when you said Mason Mount, I don't really agree with that. I think Havertz still is overall. I've seen more recently, especially.
Yeah, but Mace is besides like I would say this season, Mace is consistent. Kai, it pains me because if he was an average player, I would like go like fair enough. But the fact that he turns up for one big game and turns into like a big game player, and then 3 4 games later, it's like the same. He's just average.
it's it's tough. It's tough, of course. People will say Mount. People will say Havertz. You know, people. We might even say Aubameyang at this rate. He I don't know if you saw the TikTok. I
I
forgot who
was
posted it.
I was fine with it.
Yeah, I was fine with it as well. I don't think people should be angry the way we've treated him in a way, especially with the personal issues that he's gone through as well. I just want to say quickly as well, big up Saranath and Manhandled for the donations. Much appreciated for showing love. I want to say my favorite is Ziyech, Kepa, and Lukaku. I think Feroz will tell you he was back in Lukaku since day one.
100%.
He didn't support Haaland. He didn't think all the Haaland stuff was all fake and not true. He just done it for the views. But it is what no, on a serious level, guys. You know, Feroz had very good connections around the player. Um,
Can I say what I want to say or
go on, go
okay,
on.
I'm gonna say this in 10 seconds. If you guys see who's the most reliable person when it comes to Erling Haaland, the one who interviews him and his dad is Jan. Jan is really close to me. He follows me on Twitter and he confirmed everything I said, which is what I say. If you had the old owners, I mean, if you had the new owners, Haaland would have been a Chelsea player. Because just like Enzo, how Chelsea overpaid for Enzo, we would have overpaid for Haaland. But then, of course, his agent, who passed away now, obviously, like that and all these other things played a part. And I agree with you, Sadiq. Lukaku, man, I genuinely thought he would be a good player, bro. Especially after the Arsenal game, I thought he would score 30, 35 goals.
Mm.
But Lukaku hurt me like an ex and stabbed me right there by that interview. I still cannot believe that interview happened.
You know what's weird about the whole thing though? Before the interview, he come back stronger against that game. Obviously, the interview was recorded beforehand, but he come back stronger against Villa. He scored that goal when he come off the bench. I think it was Hudson-Odoi assisted him. You know, Hudson-Odoi getting an assist, which is weird, and it was like I feel like they put it on purpose at that time to kill it, but he shouldn't have done that interview anyway. You got a lot of love in the comments, by the way. You know, you only know Terry though for his man chilling in Abu Dhabi, the catch leader legend. Only if these guys knew what you want. Only if these guys knew. They don't know.
No, appreciate it, but no, I agree with you regarding the Holland thing and the Lukaku thing, man. It sucks how we're going back to square one, right? Where we need a clinical striker. That conversation is there. What will happen when Lukaku comes back next season? It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about special player who I felt is getting disrespected today. Mr. Neymar Jr. himself. I remember your videos on him over a decade ago, in fact. um, quite special those days because obviously Chelsea were very close to signing the player when he was at Santos. And I remember your content back then on the player, how close it was. And I forgot who told him not to go. Was it his father?
No, I think yeah, but his father and someone else. I don't know. I think
There's one more guy. Yeah, there's one more guy.
maybe Deco or Pele. I don't know. Someone else sort of said something, and a lot of
Pele.
Pele said that, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that we were very close to signing that player. We were signing, looking at Ronaldinho, and apparently Mourinho said he wanted Drogba instead. He didn't need Ronaldinho. There was a story about that as well. So Neymar is getting disrespected quite a lot. Today's world, I think, is very harsh. Maybe PSG was the wrong career move. Um, he was very unfortunate at the past World Cups where he got that injury when James Rodriguez made his name. When was that? 2014, I think it was.
mhm.
Um, hasn't really gone his way in his career, in my opinion. You know, he special player. I've always picked Hazard over him because obviously Chelsea bias, but I get neutral fans saying Neymar, especially at Barcelona, he was crazy. The MSN was basically crazy. El Clasico, watching those games was crazy. PSG, there were moments where he stepped up, I thought, but he had he was off during the February holidays and Champions League and all that stuff. Where has it gone wrong for him personally?
I feel like injuries definitely played a big part. That's a really obvious thing for me to say. But the thing with me and Neymar, like I'm gonna be the most biased person. Obviously, I say this every time I go on a stream and discuss my favorite non-Chelsea player for the past like 12 years. You know, he was really close to signing for Chelsea, obviously in 2011. In fact, like Michael Emenalo went there, and apparently for one of his interviews when he was sitting with the Santos president and stuff, and they were convincing Neymar. Neymar was there, like playing with his yo-yo. He was just bored, right? He was just like a kid having fun, and then obviously like the press conference happened. Everyone expected him to announce that he's coming to Chelsea, and then he announced that he's staying for a couple of more seasons, and then obviously he went to Real Madrid. And at Barca, things. I mean, sorry, he went to Barcelona, and apparently, the thing is at Barca, the limelight was always on his idol, right, Messi. It was then Messi, Neymar. That became MSN, Messi, Neymar, Suarez. And then when they did win the Champions League with Neymar, right, he was their top scorer.
Mm.
Played a big part when they won the Champions League. Don't get me wrong, Messi, arguably the greatest person to ever touch the football, right? Him or Ronaldo, okay? But it's one of those things where he left PSG to be that star to give them glory for the Champions League, the Holy Grail. And then the second he joins, a week later, Mbappe joins, right? So once again, all the limelight goes to Kylian, who has succeeded, obviously. And it's just an unfortunate decision that he made. In hindsight, it's easy to say like it did not work out for him because of injuries and because obviously of the league he plays for. So all the goals he scored, like in that league, people do not consider it. But then again, Sadiq, right at PSG, who succeeds? None of the managers end up succeeding. Like all this criticism of Tuchel before he came to Chelsea, criticism of Pochettino, criticism of Emre as well. And then all these players, same thing, right? Messi is getting booed, and like the whole incident happened with Messi. Mbappe is just like a special case. So all these things happen, and same thing. Thiago Silva, right? They didn't offer him a contract. Comes to Chelsea, becomes a cult hero, legend, in my opinion. So
You got a banner as well, by the way.
yeah, true. Like there are a lot of variables with this. So I feel like obviously his injury record is scary because we don't want another hazard situation where you get sentimental over a player, you get him to the club, and then it's a disaster. Same thing happened with Sanchez at United. So I feel like we have other priorities, and this pains me to say this because I am the biggest Neymar fan. We have other priorities. Once those get sorted and we get it clear out, then we should consider this because this could be a jackpot, right? He is getting ridicule because people are saying Vinicius is the player who everyone thought Neymar would turn out to be. Come on, right? Like where's the respect?
Respect. That's
One
what
of
I'm
the
saying.
greatest one of the greatest players ever. Injuries don't help him, and his attitude, I feel like he's learning still. He's still not that old, right? He's still 30, 31.
31. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I just think still under the right manager, and this league will be tough for him, Premier League, because of his whole injury situation. However, once other positions get sorted, this could be a consideration. It'll be weird because we have Mudryk and all these other fantastic wingers, but you're right. I'd still want a player like his caliber all the time, right? I just want a superstar signing for the club. It's been so long, and I feel like we deserve that once this team is complete. Because right now this team is all over the place.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. That's why I brought you on, especially for this Neymar conversation. One of my fellow brothers, Serenaf, who knows you quite a lot as well, wants to hear from your camp, basically, how we went from Nagelsmann and Enrique to finally land Poch. Because obviously, we've not spoken in ages. I'm sure you know quite a lot behind the scenes. What have you heard personally?
I heard exactly what the media reported in terms of how Pochettino was always a consideration, but never the ideal candidate because he never showed that much interest, from what I understand. And Enrique, it's there in the public, right? He produced his PowerPoint presentation, gave it to the board or whatever, and like whoever wanted to hire him. And they were impressed with that, but Enrique wanted to take over like immediately. And also he had like these other demands that he wants to sign certain players that we already have, right? Like we already have natural gifted wingers. We don't need more wingers. Whereas like Nagelsmann, he pretty much wanted the job, but he didn't want to be interviewed a bunch of times. He just thought like the second he got sacked by Bayern and then Tuchel went there, he's like, oh, this Chelsea job is mine. I don't need to interview. I have enough credentials. And the board is like, no, you don't. This is one of the best jobs in football. Obviously, the downfall happened this season, but this is still a big club. If you want this job, you go through the ideal process because of our mistake with Potter. You have to come, you have to do your interviews. And he's like, nah, screw that. I don't want that. And that's what happened with Nagelsmann, which is fine because technically it was one of those things where the club is like, no, this is not, you cannot take this for granted. Enrique, on the other hand, got rejected, right? The board rejected him because they didn't agree with him. It wasn't like the board was like saying, oh, we want you. And Enrique is like, nope. Whereas Nagelsmann, on the other hand, did not, he's like, no, either you give me the job or like I'm not gonna beg for the job. And then Pochettino is like, yeah, sure, I'll do whatever process it takes to manage this club because this is a big club. I have my ideas. I think I'm perfect for it. So I guess as things stand, he should be the manager for Chelsea.
Yes. It's crazy how it all unfolded and changed within space of a couple of weeks. I never thought of Poch being in charge of Chelsea. What do you think of the delay so far of the announcement?
Sorry, what did he say?
What do you think of the delay of Poch being announced at the moment? Because obviously it was hyped probably two
Yeah.
weeks ago. I'd say it fell off a bit. And also, do you think Poch is a yes man?
No, no way. Considering like the things that are coming out in the media and stuff as to how he's demanding certain things, like, hey, you cannot enter the locker room so many times, blah blah blah. I don't think he's a yes man. Um, I just feel like the delay is one of those things where like they're just working on fine details because both I feel like Pochettino and the club both know that if things go south, this will not be a good look. So they all want to be assured about certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the thing is, it's not like it's the summer right now and the season is over. The season is still not over. Lampard will be the manager for this club until the end of the season. So we have enough time to still like make sure this is the right appointment and it is going to be the right appointment. And there should not be concerns of like, oh, he backed out or anything. It's going to happen like 99%.
Yeah, no, definitely. Name some players that you feel will definitely stay at Chelsea next season.
Yeah, Reese is definitely staying 1 billion%, like 1 trillion%. Like it's funny when people actually thought he would go to Real Madrid. um,
I wouldn't put it past. Not now, but I wouldn't put it past
I
him.
mean, if like let's say next 2, 3 next season or two are like disastrous, where like Chelsea finished like 10th, and then the manager sacking, okay, fair enough. Or like he gets a bad injury again or something. Knock on wood, he doesn't. But otherwise, I don't see Reese going ever. Players are going to stay. Chilwell obviously signing new contract. Reese, 100%. Oh, obviously, I'm not going to name like the brand new signings because those will stay
Yeah.
for sure. Um,
Well, do you think Koulibaly will stay? Definitely.
no. I'm not talking about the summer signings. I'm talking about the January signings. I think
Oh yeah.
Koulibaly and Sterling both can leave, but would they want to leave? Considering the amount of money they make, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, definitely.
and I don't blame them, right?
Yeah. No, very very true, man. We have to get it right, though. I think we need to see a lot of players leave. 100%. I want to see at least five. At least five.
Yep.
You know, people talking about Conor Gallagher and that. And don't get me wrong, the money offered for Conor Gallagher would be nice, you know, the 40,
Yeah,
50 million, but we've rejected these figures before, you know, under two ownerships now, I think. I'm sure we offered it under Roman and also recently, uh, where it wasn't accepted. So Mason Mount, I had a panelist recently saying 70 million, and I get the English tax, but no one's paying 70 million in my opinion. I don't think so.
I feel like if he had 2, 3 more years, it would have made sense to go for that 60, 70 million figure. But the fact that his contract is expiring next season, then of course, like that's not possible.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised. I'd say 30, 40 million still though, at least. The English
No,
tax.
just because like Conor Gallagher, what Everton offered like 40 million for him.
No, but
So
English tax is real, man.
that's the thing. That and also the fact that Mudryk, Anthony, and all these like players that aren't still proven are going for so much. It's I think Mount definitely is worth more, but the contract situation is not helping the case, right? 1 year he has the advantage, so it's tough in terms of that, right?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, Kante is someone that I want to speak about. Obviously,
yeah.
our good friend Frank Khalid, who's very close with Kante. I'm not sure about recent, but you know we've seen history about Kante. Is he staying next season?
Oh, I think today it came out right that he's a fan of Pochettino and Pochettino rates him as
Hmm.
well. Yeah, he will probably stay. Um, like it's weird with him as well, right? A lot of debate, especially like last year. Should he stay? Should he go? Is he losing it slightly? Um, I really think that he should stay. It was just like a situation that we had a horrible season that did not do him any favors, right? Because he's just getting back from injury and stuff. So
Yeah, and just very quickly, saw your post on Eden Hazard, man. It's quite emotional, if I'm being honest. I mean, we made a lot of money out of him, regardless, on a 1 year deal, and also with the add-ons, the bonuses that he's won. He's won nearly everything, I think.
yep,
No,
yeah.
so
But it's weird how both he he left. Chelsea wins the Champions League, and then he wins the Champions League with Real as well, but he doesn't play. Right? It's such a weird thing, and it also goes to show that following your childhood dream doesn't always work out, right? And Mourinho called it. Mourinho said, if Eden Hazard keeps getting tackled like he is in the Premier League right now, there won't be a Eden Hazard, and that's what happened. It's sad. It's really sad to see what happened with them, right?
he got your DVD content, right? Or was it someone
It's
else?
it's so weird how I still have that video of like me and him talking, and like I gave him the DVDs. There's a video I made it for him, and like I gave it to him in Montreal when he visited Canada, but it's just still sad to even comprehend what happened, right? Like with him, it's still the fact that he's only scored 4 goals for Real Madrid in the last 3, 4 years is
That's crazy.
mind boggling, and he's only played like 40, 50 games.
That's sad,
And
man. That's
can you
sad.
believe He was supposed to be the replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, and now Vinicius Junior is probably the best winger in the world, arguably, right? And he's the one who got the. It's football, man. Football is crazy.
It's sad though because he never got injured at Chelsea, and he was tackled crazy in the Premier League. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. That's plus the physios at Real Madrid are kind of, questionable. From what I'm hearing in the past, there's a lot of reports about how difficult they've been.
But Sadiq, it's just like Eden Hazard, arguably the most talented player to ever play for Chelsea. And then one season before he comes, we win the Champions League, and then right when he leaves, we win the Champions League. Oh,
Plus, that Belgian team hasn't really done that well. They haven't lived up to expectations as well. I don't know what other topics there are really. We've kind of covered it.
Questions. Let's take questions from the people.
Questions, people, in the comments, man. Drop some questions.
Anything. You can ask anything to me and Sadiq.
Any personal questions to Feroz as well. Hopefully we see some new faces beginning with F and A, maybe in the comments. But what iPhone you got? 14?
Yeah, I think 14. I've lost track of all these iPhones.
You're rich.
No, bro. Hold on.
Some of us on iPhone 7. You've got to be grateful. Let's talk about Serena's comment here. Garrett Sell, okay. Ethan Ampadu. I forgot about these guys coming back. Ethan Ampadu, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Lukaku, Ziyech, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Cucurella. Cucurella one is an interesting one. He's been getting a lot of hate as well. Pulisic. No, not spoken about him recently. Marlon Sarr. Anyone else? Aspi, my friend, Aspi.
Aspi for sure. Aspi has to leave.
They got Gav Hodes, man.
Sadiq, I have a question for you.
Go on, let's hear this.
Obviously people talk about Neymar and stuff, right? But Mane, what are your thoughts on him? Would you want him at the club?
So see, look, that's a.
But do not. Sorry to interrupt, but do not forget we have Nkuku coming as well.
But where's he playing? We're gonna have a Havertz situation with this player. We're gonna have a Havertz situation. Where's he gonna play? Up top, number 10, wing. What's he gonna do? We're gonna have the same issue as Havertz. I won't be surprised if people start calling him out. In my opinion, after a year, if he doesn't succeed, people are gonna start to call it out. But Mane, I'll never say no to Mane, man. I think when you got players like Pulisic, Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, get rid of these guys, bro. This is from 2018. We're talking about 2017. Get rid of these guys. I know we've spent a lot of money, and everyone will say it's not priority, and I agree, it's not a priority for this winger to come in. But if there's an opportunity where wingers are leaving, I'll never say no to him, man. Definitely not.
No, I agree.
It's like Marco Marin, the good days.
Bro, I thought he would be like the
German Messi
when he played that preseason game.
I was telling my brother he's gonna be the next Messi. Yeah, this guy was cussing me, bro. So peak, man.
God.
So peak. Marco Marin, Marco Van Ginkel, he was always injured. Lucas Piazon.
Piazon.
Bro, Piazon's dream ended when we signed.
Do you remember a guy called Michael Mancian?
Yeah, of course I do.
He got called up for England. Everyone was like, "Oh no!" And then Kakuta.
Kakuta. Kakuta, bro.
Kakuta was Pele, bro.
Yeah. You remember about Freddie Adu, right? Back in the days.
Of course. Yeah, I saw like the whole
thing.
You know what? Even McEachran was really good. McEachran is like who I thought Phil Foden is like pretty much who we all expected McEachran to be, right?
Bro, he played under Ancelotti, right?
Yeah.
Towards the end, and then Ancelotti left, and then we never heard of him again.
And then even Fabio Borini.
Oh, Borini, Di Santo. Who else we got, guys? Guys, drop some old school names, man. Let's see. Let's go through some old school names. I mentioned most of them. Piazon,
Solanke,
Lewis Baker.
So good. Um,
Lewis Baker,
even Chalobah. I mean, like
Nathaniel.
Trevor's, yeah, Trevor's brother.
Yeah, Trevor's brother. Um, trying to
Uh,
think who else there was.
I feel like it's
No,
getting someone big.
yeah, not Batshuayi, man. We're talking about the actual ones that were, coming up, man. Come on, like old school players. Come on.
Kekren.
Who else was there?
Oh, you know who was really good and then he had to retire? Hutchinson.
Yeah. Hutchison. Yes. I was bare getting confused.
The
Amari
cross
Hutchison.
was unreal for like to Ashley Cole, I think. Was it him? I don't know. I forgot.
Yeah.
Sturridge was good. He played a big role for us. I feel.
Sturridge was a good one.
Right,
Bertrand.
Bertrand.
Nah, but
Munich.
he played. He
Yeah,
played.
yeah.
He played in Champions League. We can't really count him in that one. He played. Pasalic was one.
Oh yeah.
We had Steve Sidwell.
Steve said
Uh, who else we had, man? I'm trying to remember who we had. Del Horno.
Tal Ben Haib.
Romero. Yeah,
Oh,
Romero.
you know who else that I really liked? I mean, he did a good job for West Ham. Carlton Cole.
You know what? I used to like him when he was at Chelsea. But this was before Roman.
Yeah, true.
Just before Roman. Glenn Johnson. That's a good one as well. Well, that's a quick throwback on Chelsea players, people. Um, yeah,
No, like I generally think that we had some of the best talented players in the world.
yeah. We had the guy from Bayern Munich at the moment.
Oh, Musiala. Musiala was
Yeah,
sensational. Oh God.
we had him. We had Mbappe at trials. We had Declan Rice, your favorite player.
Yep. Declan
Um,
Rice.
by the way,
I
should we sign Declan Rice? 120 million.
yeah, I really think we should.
120 million.
No. It's so weird, man. It's so weird. But how much would it suck if he goes elsewhere and performs, right? But then again, would you want to sign for us?
No, I don't think he would, especially if Mason Mount goes down. Goes. I mean, sorry, if he
That's
leaves.
why I'm like, oh, I don't know, like if he would even want to sign for us.
Yo, on a serious level, did you ever think we'd get relegated this season?
You know, it's so weird. The second Lampard got announced, I was over the moon. I'm like, everything's gonna work out. And then someone literally um associate like an agent was like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
you guys are screwed. I'm like, no. What are you saying? And then like he messaged me again like 3-4 days ago. He's like, bro, I told you you guys were like actually touch relegation in terms of like that conversation would come, even as a joke. The fact that we had to have that conversation about relegation is one of the most craziest things to me. It still boggles my mind. The fact that like this happened.
I mean, you're close with certain ex legends and stuff. Why didn't they get the role instead? Why didn't they go for
Oh, this is a really bad topic, man. This is a really bad.
it?
Um, I generally think a lot of people were scared as well to take this role.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just like really bread and butter in terms of like the obvious things like, oh, this guy is available, why doesn't he get the role? No, I really think it was one of those things where it was like, no, maybe we don't want this role after what's happening with Potter, and you never know. The players, it just seems really weird with the players right now. you
No,
know
it's very true. It's very true. The players don't really care, if we're being honest. We just need the season to end.
yeah,
Guys in the comments, man, drop some questions in, man.
big up Carlton Cole.
I just seen it now. This guy, man. Whoever you not spoken to?
Wait, let's see what Srinat's saying. Oh my god, how did we forget about Charlie? How did we forget about Charlie, my boy
He was
Charlie?
he was meant to come on a pod, Musanda.
Yeah. But then he just stopped replying to me. He got depressed right after what happened with him. And you know what's funny? The DVD I gave Hazard, right? It was a Charlie slash Hazard DVD.
Oh, by the way, guys, am I lagging or is it? Sorry, oh, it's
You're
me.
cutting out, bro. You're cutting
I
out.
think it's me. That's the yeah. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you, but like you're freezing a lot.
Oh,
Everyone, please donate to Sadiq.
this is so bad, man. This always
He needs
happens to
some
me.
money for Instead.
Yeah, I think I'm back now. No, can you
Yeah,
hear me
but
now?
yeah, I can hear you now. Don't worry, I can take over the stream.
Sorry, guys.
Ooh,
You
Izzy
can.
Brown.
Musanda, there, man. Izzy Brown,
Yeah, that guy's my
Solanke,
boy.
Tammy Abraham, Tamori,
Tammy.
Cotton Cole, Hasselbank, Kesman, Remy, Michy
Hasselbank was good,
Batshuayi.
bro. Put some respect on
It was,
Hasselbanks.
he was. You
Hasselbank got the
remember his
golden
goal
boot
against
twice.
United?
Yo, he got the golden
Did
boot
he?
twice in the Premier League, man. Yeah, he got the golden boot twice, bro. You gotta put some respect in his name.
You
You
joking?
gotta put. No, he got the golden boot. I'm pretty sure
Twice?
he got the golden. Yeah,
Nah, he didn't. He didn't. He didn't.
bro. Have a look.
He
Have a
didn't.
look. I'm
I
not
don't.
trolling. He 100% got the golden boot twice.
I don't want to lag again, bro. Don't lie to me,
He was
bro.
he was sensational,
All
bro.
right, listen. If you didn't get it twice, you got to pay for my next Virgin Media bill.
Sure, bro. Bro, I know he got a. You know why I'm saying this? He said this to Fabregas like last week on Sky, on ITV or Sky. Like he said this. Like
Wait. How you listen to Sky and all that? You're not in the UK.
no, I mean like bro, I have the thing, man, the same broadcast. It's the same thing.
How you got access to Sky?
Because I edit videos, bro. I need all these videos. I download them.
If anyone's watching this, please check Furrow 17's house. He's got some stuff going on there. Next striker, who should we get? We should not sign a striker, guys. We
I
have
think,
Broha.
yeah.
We got
Go on.
Broha, right?
Sorry, what?
We got Armando Broha.
Bro, can anyone explain why does this happen to us? How we always get a
injuries?
talented player. Our top 3-4 talented academy boys, right? Kakuta, injuries. Musunda, doctor said he might not be able to walk again. Broha doesn't get injured. Sterling said he's one of the fastest players to ever play. Gets injured. Hudson Odoi, before his thing, injury. Loftus Cheek, like every one of our like talented boys, they always get injured. It's the most frustrating thing. I hope he gets a chance next season. And you know what? This season would have been ideal considering we needed a striker for him to play, but obviously luck had its say, right?
Yeah. No, I totally agree with you, bro. Totally agree with you. My camera's messing up, so I just changed it. Bro, man, I don't know what it is with these injuries. Just hasn't gone our way, unfortunately, people.
Yeah.
Even Neymar. Imagine Neymar was to actually come in, he would get injured probably, man. People
Bro,
would
if
foul him.
Neymar comes, I'd make sure I'm involved in the announcement video, bro.
Bro, you're not that guy anymore. Those days are over.
I'm a one season wonder. Big up Wayne.
Why Wayne?
Why? I want to give up big up to Wayne. Oh yeah, we have Dutro Fofana as well.
Yeah, Fofana as well. Yep. Osherman. The guy is loved in Napoli right now.
Awesome, bro.
The guy is proper loved right now.
That guy is unreal. But then again, I thought Lukaku was the guy. I thought Lukaku was like.
Lukaku might come back, by the way. You never know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put it out.
bro. Lukaku Remontada, bro. Me and you are gonna be there for it. Watch along with him for his hat tricks. Me and you, bro. Ooh.
No, 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 no. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm not wasting my time watching that shit. No way on earth, guys. Harry Kane, that's the one we haven't mentioned as well. It could happen, man.
You know,
Could
he has
happen.
only 1 year right left in the
That's what I'm
contract.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be. Imagine we can get him, even if we get him the
Well,
following
the
season.
greatest Tottenham manager, the greatest Tottenham player, play for. Oh man, oh my days.
Can you imagine that?
But you know what? You know what's crazy? All this debate comes right. Who's the best player in the world? Best striker in the world? The one way to settle this is for everyone just to play one season at Chelsea and score more than 10 league goals.
It's very true. It's very, very true.
Like Harry Kane. I know if he comes to Chelsea, he'll get injured or like just some weird stuff will happen, man. It just I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand. And can I tell you one thing? I am gonna put this on blast. I will not celebrate properly until December. Like if a striker keeps scoring for us, Murata scored hat tricks for us.
Mm. Mm.
Friggin' like
Higuain.
Higuain was scoring for us. Lukaku the first few months was that Arsenal game, and then even Timo Werner was. Werner did his best, but I'm saying in terms of goals, scoring the amount of goals, he was killing it for the first 2-3 months, and then the curse always. Even though Obama was killing it for us too. Oh,
Aubameyang, I was there. AC Milan away as well when he
can
scored.
you believe it? They're in the semifinal now. Tomorrow.
It's not fair. It's actually not fair.
Oh yeah, Tomori also. We big up Tomori.
Giroud.
Giroud.
So listen,
Big up
listen.
CFC Dubois.
Yeah, big up to him, even though he snaked me for the charity. Um, just
That's cool.
quickly,
Yeah.
just quickly, what players are you in touch with now, currently?
Define and touch.
So you might talk to the agent, you might interact with them on socials, you might have done a project for them. You know how you are with JT, like whoever you got contact with the current players, like the new generation. Yeah, obviously I know who you got Kalu, you got Gnabry, all these guys. That's the older generation. What about this generation? Because
Oh.
it's probably harder, right, for this generation. It was
Uh
easier to.
no, because some of them this is so weird. Some of them were watching my videos when they were kids. It's so weird.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So they sort of are familiar with obviously Reese. Reese is my guy. Um but current Chelsea players, Fofana the striker, Fofana and Reese are the only current ones from this group that I
Mm.
am connected. Otherwise, there are a lot of former players, right?
Yeah, yeah. I know you got Formula. I know about all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Formula.
yeah.
So
But
only
current,
Reese and Fofana.
I cannot think of anyone else. Havertz, no. Mace, not really. Um, I, Courtois, but like he's a former player. Um, oh my days.
He's a joke. Look, he's lucky that I like him, bro. I'll stick on him. Big on Alex,
Oh,
man.
that's a good question. Um, yeah, I cannot think of any players right now. Oh,
Yeah, no.
I'm chill with Mudrik's personal trainer, but that's
Is it?
yeah, the guy. Every time someone sees a video of him in the gym, like that,
Yeah.
that's the guy recording it, or that's the guy with him who trains him.
Oh, cool, 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 cool. So what? No Havertz.
No, 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 not really. But I was just there for like the announcement video, and then I became friends with some of his friends in the beginning, and then after that, it was whatever. But yeah, and then obviously, like it's not a lot of Chelsea players outside Chelsea. There are a few from other clubs, but
I just realized. I thought you had connections with Mason Mount.
no, I don't. If I see him in person, he will interact, but I don't have a connection with it. Whereas if I see a recent person, it's totally different.
Yeah, true. Only
Yeah,
winner was FC. That's it, I guess.
big up, Johnny.
No. Listen, he needs to have an open debate with us. He
I,
don't
I
want to
love
talk to
I
any of
love
us.
John. I like Johnny. Every time I go on his pod, him and I always argue about
Oh, you mute yourself. I still can't hear you. What the hell? I can't hear you. Guys, can you? Oh, they left me, man. Damn. Johnny Minerals. This is what happens when you talk about Johnny Minerals. You get cut off, people. Just doesn't go your way. That's what happens. Minerals FC. Doesn't want to talk to me. Doesn't want to talk to the whole team for some reason. I want to debate him about Mason Mount. I actually can't hear you. I swear I can't hear you at all. Can you hear me? Oh, guys, look what happened. As soon as you talk about Minerals FC, his mic breaks, people. This is what happens, man. Well, I don't know how 15 minutes went by. I just thought, you know what? Let's do a late night stream. Wow, it's 20 past 12. Shit. Didn't realize that late. I'm gonna have to leave, people. I know you guys don't check out my new channel for some reason, but like I said, people, check the comments, go on this video, go like the video. I cover all clubs now, people. Man City, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle, all of them. Go click that link, go subscribe, go like. He did press it, but then he unpressed it, and it still wasn't working. I don't know why. Big up to you, man.
it's working now, right?
Yeah. What did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
change?
No, like when the thing came off, I had to restart my browser. Um, but yeah, no. As I was saying, every time I go on Johnny's stream, him and I always debate about who should be the captain, and I always tell him it has to be Reese, and
Reese, yeah.
yeah. And then he goes
But
like, "No, it has to be Mount."
but he just says Mount for the fun of it. He doesn't give any real reason, if we're being honest to him.
Man, he's
He
got
just
the
loves
minerals.
Mount. No, but he just loves Mount. Like, there's no honest like debate with him. Like, I'm sure he's a cool guy. You know, I've met him in person a few times, but just the Mount is too much, unfortunately, for me anyway. It's too much. Um, guys, Serrano, thank you for the shout out. Like I said, people in the comments, check out the latest video. We're covering all topics on there. Ferro said let's do a couple watch alongs on that channel for other teams. I think it might be a bit cool. Might be cool for us. I'll consider it actually. We can do watch alongs for, you know, maybe the second leg, Madrid and City or something, if you know you're allowed. But yeah, guys, check it out, man. New channel. If you want to see more Faroes on here, let me know. I mean, me and him got a few things. You know, we're cooking a few things at the moment.
Yeah, I want to know if people want me on or the people hate me.
To be fair, if anyone hates you, it's kind of good though. That makes it more interesting, though.
True. Yo, remember there'll be haters. That video I made for you.
Yeah.
Big up.
Wait, who was that based on?
It was an Adidas campaign. There will be haters,
Yes,
and then I made one for you. Made one for Frank Khalid, and a few other people.
Frank Khaled, man. We got to bring him back on. I think me, you, Frank.
Such a nice person, man. He's so misunderstood because of some of his tweets. Big up Blade Runner 91.
Does he tweet it though? Or does someone else must tweet it? I don't think he runs it anymore.
I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in trouble.
No, honestly, someone runs it, right? Because it can't be him. Who runs it? Yo, who runs it? Be honest, who runs it? I know you know who know. I know you know who runs it. Who runs it? I'll just call. I'll give him a call right now and find out. It's you. It's you.
Shrina is asking any cup predictions.
No, yo, it's you. You control the social media. You're the one that done the YouTube videos for him, and you don't know he tweets. You get all the guys biting and triggering other fans. It's you.
Wait, he has 100,000 subscribers right on YouTube now.
Yeah, I think he got the plaque as well, right? Did he or not? I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see no picture, man. All right, let's finish up with Serena's question before I wrap up, man. Because I gotta go to sleep. I got work. Cup predictions. I don't think any.
Champions League, even though we're not in it.
This is why no one takes it serious for us, man. This is
um,
why no one takes it serious. Not even father would say this. I think no trophy.
I think I think the FA Cup or yeah, FA Cup probably.
It'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. For us, same time tomorrow. Can we get your services?
Yes, please. Sign the contract.
NDAs, people. NDAs, people. We've got big things coming up for the summer. Look out for it. Make sure you guys like the video,
Across the bridge.
subscribe, and hit the notification. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. Thank you for joining. We'll try and do one earlier tomorrow because it was a bit late today. But there was Champions League, of course, and I had to do a video. So we'll catch you guys soon. Stay safe, stay well, and peace.